Hello, welcome to Cruise1st TV. I'm Jo. This is the one and only Mr. D. And get ready to set sail on an unforgettable journey through the turquoise waters and tropical wonders of the Caribbean.
I know, just close your eyes and think about it. Sounds absolutely amazing, doesn't it? Yes, we've curated 3 sensational getaways that will leave you breathless. That's a song, isn't it? From all-inclusive luxury with celebrity. I'm not going to sing it. We are going to be having the most happening adventures at sea with Royal Caribbean, and we're going to be looking ahead to next year, which means that you can secure your deal, your Sunshine Escape, with a deposit today from just £199 each.
Well, that's fabulous, isn't it?
Yes.
Stick with us as we talk you through the captivating itineraries, lavish accommodations, and the sheer excitement that always awaits you on these dream cruises. Because our Caribbean delights are about to take you on a voyage that will redefine your idea of paradise. And we're kicking off the show with Norwegian Cruise Line.
We certainly are, you lucky, lucky people. So we'll go all-inclusive on the cruise around the Caribbean, and we've got a New York stay as well. 27th of November next year, we'll fly you stateside to the Big Apple, and we've got 3 nights there in New York, which is brilliant. Can't believe still haven't been. I'm manifesting
Derek,
now. You know how I was manifesting about Vegas, and then it happened, not just once but twice. I've got to manifest New York next.
You do, and you know, it's a lovely time to go. We're on the cusp of Christmas here, so they're going to have, you'll be seeing Christmas lights, you'll be seeing the Macy's tree will be up then at that point. It'll be lovely and Christmassy. It's actually one of my favourite times of year to enjoy Manhattan, New York.
What's weather like at that time of the year in New York?
It'll be crisp and cool most of the time, but it does change. Sometimes you'll have lovely sunny days where it's not that cold. You know, so it just varies. So you want to bring a light jacket and a heavier jacket with you, basically. But we're on to the Norwegian Prima, and I'm absolutely jazzed to experience this vessel once I get the chance, because I tell you what, she is next level when it comes to... Are you
manifesting now?
I'm manifesting it, Derek. Next level when it comes to Norwegian. If you've experienced the Norwegian brand in the past, be prepared for a whole different adventure with Viva and Prima. Of course, these are fresh, exciting, enticing vessels that have this real new luxury feel to them, and they have that indoor-outdoor living, you know, think Ibiza Chill, Miami South Beach. Think of the chicest, most gorgeous, aesthetics, because you are going to be seeing lots of lovely plants outside, infinity pools. Racetrack as well. I know you're drawn straight to that, Derek.
Absolutely.
Round and round and round. And there's also a brilliant slide that goes from all the way top deck down to almost atrium area. There's water slides as well. Oh my gosh, this is...
See all the space up there on the decks as well?
Well, there's 30% more outdoor space on this vessel too.
Which is brilliant, and that's what Norwegian are all about with their ships as well. Connecting with the ocean, of course, which lots of cruise lines are doing right now, but also having plenty of space and different spaces to move around. So, yes, if you're a thrill seeker, so much for you to do there, but if you're a lounger, there's those infinity pools at the side of the ship that look directly out onto the ocean. That's really nice and private and cool, and what an incredible experience. And
the staterooms. Yeah. Think of those chic boutique hotels again of New York or South, but you'll experience New York just before you get on board, so you know exactly the feel of that. Pure luxury. And all of the things that we absolutely love about Norwegian as well. But there's going to be lots of additions, brand new restaurants, lots of new entertainment. Look at the Starbucks. Wow. It's the first. This is so exciting. We're into Puerto Plata as our first port of call in the beautiful Dominican, where you can head to the caves of Cabarete, or perhaps over to the fort there to take some great pictures of the amazing views. And don't forget to taste some rum. They're known for it. Next up, we are into gorgeous San Juan, Puerto Rico. Now, I have to say, this is one of my favourite all-time ports. You've got the old city there with the gorgeous cobblestone streets, but there's also El Yunque rainforest, and that is the only rainforest in the continental US. Basseterre St. Kitts beckons us next. You've got Brimhill Fortress, the St. Kitts Railway. They have the hot springs, the bath springs there. Or you might want to do a 4x4 island safari, which is a very cool thing to do in St. Kitts. Speak to your team about that on board. Charlotte Amalie St. Thomas. This is a US Virgin Island, and they have a great excursion up to Paradise Point. You can take the sky ride, you might want to do a scenic tour which takes you onto Magens Bay, the world famous beach. You can book these on board. Tortola's up next, known for its fantastic baths at Virgin Gorda, which is a neighbouring island. You can take an excursion, they'll take you out there by catamaran and see these incredible warm baths. Also, the Wreck and Reef dive, that's amazing too. We're into Bermuda next, King's Wharf. And something to see here is the famed pink sands, but they also have incredible caves such as the Crystal Cave and the Royal Naval Dockyard, which has oodles and oozles of history to explore. So here's an overview for you. And of course, we get back into New York and end-to-end flights are included. But starting off in New York with a wonderful mini break, heading then onto one of the hottest tickets in town, the Norwegian Prima, for Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, into St. Kitts, St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands, Tortona in the British Virgin Islands, and then on to King's Wharf, Bermuda, before heading back to New York City. A perfect adventure on one of the newest ships at sea.
Yeah, this is lovely. Actually, for those people who haven't yet been out to New York, combine that with a Caribbean cruise, absolutely perfect. Actually, if you've never been to New York, you might want more than 3 nights in New York. Of course, we can make it happen for you, so just talk to the team. But the package as it is for November next year, the flight out to New York, the 3-night stays in a hotel room only there, explore, do everything wonderful New York has. It never sleeps, and you probably won't that much either when you're there on a first visit for sure. Then you've got that 11 nights of Norwegian Prima cruising. Now, we've factored in free at sea there, which is brilliant. So premium drinks package included, which is brilliant. All of those drinks behind the bar that you recognise, the one that you drink, it's there behind the bar more than likely. And you've got a Wi-Fi package factored in there as well. You've got excursion credits, which is brilliant for every single port that you're going to, and a night of specialty dining. You're cruising your way around the Caribbean, which is really, really good news. It's a wonderful place to go to. It's a wonderful time of year to go to the Caribbean as well, because of course the weather's not so great here. Now, because we're talking, yeah, it's a year and a bit away, this, isn't it? It's quite a way away. Deposits today of £199 each. Price tag, please, if you will, Mr. Maestro, is here at $2,299 per person. Now, think back to when we looked on the ship and how much it had included there, how brand new, sparked and boutique it looked on board. Absolutely fantastic. And the racetrack and everything else. And you are getting that with so much more as part of the offering, plus the stay in New York, plus the flights, as we mentioned as well, to and from New York, all for an incredible price tag. That's not a 5-star price tag, but the product that you're enjoying, the cruise that you're enjoying, and the stay in the whole package, that definitely is. Let's have a look at upgrades then, because I know actually people love to treat themselves on these Norwegian ships. And bear in mind we're sailing around the Caribbean. Again, I don't want to state the obvious, but being in the Caribbean is about seeing the Caribbean. It's about seeing those white sandy beaches. It's about seeing those turquoise waters. You're sailing into those turquoise waters, so why not see it from your balcony the whole time you are cruising around the Caribbean? To me, that makes great sense. So if you fancy an upgrade, there are all of your prices. There's a wonderful suite offer there for you as well. 0800 953 4700 is the number to call. Honestly, I can understand why so many people escape to the Caribbean at that time of the year. It makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't we? The weather's not great here. It would be a really, really nice time to escape to the Caribbean. If you are relatively new to us, people are joining us all the time here on Cruise1st TV. Let's us tell you a little bit more about what we do.
With over 20 years of travel experience, when booking with Cruise1st, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and Atoll Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is safe with us. We've been on your TV screens for over a decade, and we guarantee the best cruise prices. If you find one of our offers cheaper elsewhere on TV, then we'll match or beat that price. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday with many of our deals. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until your due date to pay your balance. Plus, we're one of the highest rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 6,000 independent reviews, so you can be fully confident when booking your next holiday with Cruise1st.
Us, and we're not associated with anybody else that you might see on screen, on your television screen, anywhere, just so that you're clear, we're not all part of one big company. So if you see a deal on this channel, it's with Cruise1st and this company only. So make sure you make the call to us and only us. I'm just saying, because a couple of people, you know, over the years have said to me, oh yeah, I saw the deal, and I called them. They're part of you, aren't they? It's like, no, they're really not. So call us on 0800 953 4700, when you can see what's going on in the background here, Celebrity Beyond, and we're going to the Eastern Caribbean with a free upgrade to Ocean View on this package. We've got a Miami stay included too, 12th of November next year, 2 weeks all told.
Oh.
And we fly off to Florida first because we've got a 3-night stay, a sunshine stay of course, in Miami. Doesn't the sun always shine in Miami?
It does always shine. And even if it's not shining, it's still that lovely warm tropical heat because you are right down here on the Gulf of Mexico. You're in South Florida, so it has gorgeous weather all year round. In fact, I was there in December and it was perfect. You have the famed and protected Art Deco district, which you'll absolutely love if you're into architecture. Lounge on the beach, do a spot of shopping, enjoy the great food. Miami has tons to offer.
It's like a second home to you, isn't it? Sometimes, I think.
I wish.
Celebrity Beyond
yes,
now.
Celebrity Beyond. Yeah, so we were fortunate to visit the Beyond last April, and I tell you what, for 10 nights on board, I'd love to have had 10 nights on board, with a free Ocean View upgrade. This is brilliant.
Yeah.
So you've got so much packed into your adventure already, your drinks, your tips and Wi-Fi. Of course, it is always included. So that is your blended drinks, your coffees, your water that you're going to take out into the port with you, your cocktails, your wines, your beers, all of that, you don't have to worry about it. Lots of lovely features, including the gardens you just saw with lush, real plants and flowers.
Yeah.
Lovely sculptures all around the ship. The actual design of the ship is beautiful. The way it flows from one area to the next. You've actually got these slopes up on deck, so when you're walking around the deck, there's this sort of natural movement to it. It's wonderfully designed.
Do you get the feeling as well from what we're seeing here? You can see that all of the pictures are moving nice and slowly in a relaxed fashion.
Yes.
We are not zipping from one big adventure to another. Actually, this is all about switching off, enjoying the very, very best of everything in way beyond, in my opinion, 5-star luxury. You see the infinity balcony there. It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, they are so, so good, and it means you get more stateroom. Talking of more, the level of food you have in the restaurant, we're looking at the main dining restaurants here, is impeccable. I mean, look at the lush seating there. Look at the way the tables are laid. It's going to be a fine, tailored and curated menu every single night of your cruise. Or you can go more relaxed in the Ocean View Cafe. Massive, massive choice there.
Oh, everything you could possibly imagine. Late night pizza. In the morning, you've got your waffles, your eggs Benny, you've got your cereals, your toast, your fruit, everything imaginable. There are also some specialty dining options for an additional fee. And you've got lovely rooftop dining there at the Garden Grill too. There's the Grand Bistro. I mean, it is absolutely wonderful. I'm still, Le Petit Chef, make sure you book in advance for that. That's a whole entertainment experience alongside some of the best dining you'll ever experience as well. Fine cut steakhouse. I'm still dreaming about my cheese souffle I had in the Cyprus restaurant.
Look good.
Oh, it was so good. Eden, oh, this is wonderful. They have incredible themed cocktails at Eden at the back of the ship, and also they have the Eden restaurant. Now, oh my gosh, the theatre, wow. The installations for the shows on the Beyond are like nothing I've ever seen at sea before, I have to say, and I've seen a lot. I mean, you have got an incredibly immersive theatre experience on board. And then there's the martinis you can enjoy in the martini bar right there in the atrium. They have flair bartending, and they have got an evening show as well with lights and sound. It's brilliant. Now we're cruising out of Fort Lauderdale and straight into Philipsburg in St. Martin, where 21 kilometres belong to the French and 16 kilometres belong to the Dutch because it's French and Dutch on both one island. Now, something to enjoy here, they have a brand new ride called the Sky Explorer chairlift you can do. And then we're into Rossau Dominica. Now, this is known for the Pitong National Park. It's full of beautiful rainforest, waterfalls, incredible beaches, of course, as well. But it's all about the natural beauty in Rossau for sure. Bridgetown beckons us next, and you can see some of their world-famous beaches in Barbados, or perhaps head to Harrison's Cave. You might want to take the Atlantis Submarine Scenic Adventure, which is pictured there. So speak to your shore excursions team on board about this one. Super fun. Castres is up next in St. Lucia, where you can do a tour to the Sulphur Springs and a drive-in volcano. Now, it's a richly volcanic environment, so this is an interesting thing to do in port. You might even want to explore the local banana plantation. Then we're on to St. John's. And this is where you can enjoy the Devil's Bridge and beach, or perhaps head to Dickinson's Bay. This is absolute paradise, this beach. I recommend that highly. Right there in the port, there's some great shopping as well. Now, a couple of days at sea sees us back into Fort Lauderdale, where, of course, your flights back to the UK are completely included in this trip. So starting off in fabulous Miami with your hotel stay, heading on through some of the hot spots of the Caribbean, Phillipsburg and St. Martin, Rossau Dominica, onto Barbados, St. Lucia, Antigua, and then back into Fort Lauderdale. So these are some of the real hot spots. You're going to love them.
Don't you love as well that 10-night itinerary? It starts with 2 days at sea and it ends with 2 days at sea as well. And they are brilliant. Your sea days in and around the Caribbean are pure bliss. You're not missing out on a port. You're relaxing. You're getting into the celebrity way of life. You're slowing down and you're enjoying things like the spa and the fine dining, maybe having a late night, maybe having a late morning and a late lie-in, and just switching off. And that's what celebrity is all about. It's about saying, okay, it's almost like when you're welcomed on board, all of your worries and cares, celebrity take care of those as well. Put them in a nice little cupboard until you go back home again. Amazing. It's great. Who wouldn't love that? So it's for November next year. The flight from the UK to Miami is included. 3 nights in a hotel there. That's room only, so you can do with that time as you want to. 10 nights on the Celebrity Beyond, always included as well, so we've factored that in. So you've got your classic drinks, tips and Wi-Fi, cruising around the Caribbean, starting with 2 days at sea, ending with 2 days at sea. And when you finally have to leave, I'm afraid, beyond, your flight from Miami is also included. Now, going to give you an inside price, but we'll upgrade you for free to an ocean view. And here is your price tag. And if you like the look of it, you can put a low deposit down on this. So $2,399 per person. Remember, that's an inside price. Factored in, you're always included for your drinks, tips and Wi-Fi. And if you want to get it booked right now, low deposits of £199 each, and that's it, booked, sorted, guaranteed for you. So that leaves us with, oh well, we've upgraded you already. So let's see how much it is to go to the balcony from here, because we've upgraded you from inside to ocean view. Look at that, it's just an extra $199 to go balcony. Now with Celebrity, you know, you definitely want to just move that one step further. Oh, it's a difference in infinite balcony, isn't it? An infinite veranda, it's slightly different, where it's a full-size floor-to-ceiling window and the top half slides down and becomes your balcony, and that means you have more usable space, but you still have that lovely feeling of a nice sheltered balcony that you can go out, that you can dine out on there, have your breakfast there. Superb. Am I selling this to you or me? I'm not quite sure at the moment. I'm quite liking the idea of this. And you, if you are, call us right now on 0800 953 4700. Because this is all about, what is this show called again? Caribbean Delights. Yeah, Caribbean. We can never talk about the Caribbean enough, can we really? No.
I mean, it's the absolute ultimate destination when it comes to cruising.
Of course it is.
You know, it's the most famous destination when it comes to cruising, because we all love a spot of paradise. Now, we have another adventure for you, and this one is going to be on Royal Caribbean. Of course, it's even in the title of this cruise ship, it's even in the name, the Caribbean, and so they're famous for their ships that go out to the Caribbean. Bahamas and perfect day at Coco Cay with a free New York stay.
That all rhymes.
11
Brilliant.
nights, fantastic. Now we've got this package available on a range of dates, departing as early as November this year through to April of next year. We'll be giving you a Valentine's escape price based on the 7th of February, when we will fly you to the East Coast of America for a 2-night hotel stay in New York, New York. Brilliant. So heading out for Valentine's Day, because you'll be on the ship for Valentine's Day, which is great. But starting off in New York City in February. I love that crisp, cool weather in the winter in New York.
That's where you can pick up the Valentine diamond. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you certainly can at
just
Tiffany's.
Thinking that would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Breakfast at Tiffany's, yeah, absolutely. Or Saks Fifth Avenue. Ride the subway, make sure you take a yellow cab, enjoy Ellis Island, Statue of Liberty, stroll up Fifth Avenue. You're going to love New York City. Maybe it's your second or third time back. Then we have 8 nights on board the fabulous Anthem of the Seas, part of the Quantum class of Royal Caribbean, with all those bells and whistles that we love about luxury cruising. And when we're talking about some of the most superb entertainment at sea, such as the North Star, which actually reaches heights as high as Sydney Harbour Bridge. You've also got a brilliant entertainment district with everything from dodgem cars through to trapeze. You've got the Flow Rider, indoor skydiving with iFly as well. There you are, Derek.
I've got another idea as well. Just come with me on the romantic, thing that's in my head right now. So you buy the diamond in New York, where you're staying there. When you're on the cruise, if you wanted to do the proposing thing in a very, very different way, how about doing it on roller skates in the Seaplex?
Wow.
As part of a roller disco? Just an idea, just putting it out there. Listen,
I'm loving that idea. I'm very much a lover of all things roller disco.
Yeah.
Perhaps on the Flow Rider, or an even better thing is you could buy a diamond on board the ship, because they do some great tax and duty-free prices.
You could do it on the North Star, couldn't you?
Yes.
Yes, that would be a place to do it.
That's the one, isn't it?
Well,
That's
unless your other half is not necessarily that good with heights, and it might change the answer to the question. Anyway, listen, this is about the ship. Never mind proposing and all that kind of stuff. There is so much for you to do. And you know what? All of these things that we're seeing right now, excuse me, the Ripcord, the Flow Rider, all of those things, they're just as much fun to watch other people doing as they are to actually do yourself.
Yeah,
they really are.
this is very, very true, because you might just be more of a low-key cruiser that likes to enjoy, just the essence of being on board a ship, watching the ocean flow by, the lovely sunshine, sitting in a hammock. Enjoy some of the best shows at sea as well. As you can imagine, on a ship of this scale, they have absolutely superb entertainment. You have the 270 lounge as well, which transforms before your very eyes, daytime to nighttime. You also have comedians, magicians, you name it. There's also pop-up entertainment around the ship too, to keep you, completely enthralled 24/7. They have a robotic bar, the Bionic Bar too, where you can tailor-make your own cocktails. Brilliant fun.
Always good to do. Do you know what? You're going to forget on this cruise that you're actually going around the Caribbean as well. There's so much to do on the ship. Yeah. We must talk about also where it's going as well, because you're on board for 8 nights. You
are, and a couple of days at sea sees you into Port Canaveral, which is the port for the Kennedy Space Center, Disney, Epcot, SeaWorld, MGM, Universal, you name it. You can organise a trip to any of those places with the Shore Excursions team. Nassau is up next, capital of the Bahamas, known for fantastic Atlantis, which is the casino hotel. Paradise Beach is beautiful. And you've got the straw market right there for some great shopping on Front Street in Nassau. Next up, it's a perfect day at Coco Cay, which is Royal Caribbean's very own island. And the tallest water slide in North America is right out there waiting for you in Paradise. 1,500 feet of slides. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? So it's all singing, all dancing when it comes to the entertainment, even on the island. Now, there's a giant, that looks like the game Mousetrap, if you ask me, but like a full-size version. Zip lining as well. And then if you just want to relax on the beach and do some snorkeling, you can absolutely do that too. They'll offer glass-bottom boat, glass-bottom kayak adventures, so you can see some of the lovely marine life.
Just looks amazing.
But it's your own personal paradise.
And that's the thing, there are so many different places. Yeah, you can have one of those wonderful beach cabanas there, like one of those sort of Maldives holiday experiences. That could be yours for the day as well. It sounds looks just incredible.
just look at the
What a
ocean,
day.
the coral reef there too. Wow. A couple of days at sea sees us back into New York City. So starting off with that brilliant New York stay. Then we're on to one of the most exciting ships at sea, enjoying it at sea, onto Port Canaveral for Disney, Nassau, Bahamas, your perfect day at Coco Cay, your own personal paradise, back into New York. And of course, end-to-end flights are included in this offer as well.
Sounds good, doesn't it? And don't forget, Valentine's Day is part of that holiday. I'm going to stop giving you ideas now because you're probably thinking, stop, Derek. We'll just go on the holiday. We don't need all of that nonsense. There's also, Mr. Pease just said, there's also a solo price coming up on the screen as well. So there you go. Anyway, right, so February, back on track, everyone. February. Flight to New York, 2 nights in a hotel there, 8 nights on Anthem, going to the Bahamas, and the perfect day at Coco Cay, of course, as well. Back to New York and the flight back to the UK, all for the ridiculously low and good and amazing and Cruise1st and Royal Caribbean and airlines and hotels working so closely together to get this packaged up for $1,399 each. You can do deposits on this one as well. I suggest you do, actually, just to get it in the diary, to get it secured, to get your places on the flights, the hotel and the cruise all sorted. £199 each today as a deposit. Now, there are other dates on it from November to April, which is absolutely brilliant. Right, let's look at upgrades now then, shall we? If you want to upgrade to Ocean View, you actually can. So actually, we could do this a lot sooner, couldn't we? Which is brilliant. Yeah, we could be going as soon as November on this package. Obviously, price varies by dates, but if you fancy a little, if you've got nothing kind of in the diary between now and Christmas and you fancy this kind of package, you know, out to New York for a couple of nights and an 8-night cruise, nobody will notice that you've disappeared for a few days. And then you come back, you know, feeling rejuvenated and hopefully a slightly bronzer, you know, shade maybe, because you've been out to the Caribbean. Lovely. Good solo price on that as well, isn't it? Look. From $1,799 for a solo price there as well. Wonderful. Yes, you could meet that Valentine on board as well. Stop with the romance thing, shall we? Right.
On the trapeze, maybe.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could. Yeah, on a roller disco. Or in the bumper cars. Maybe that could be the start of something beautiful. Right, anyway, enough of that. Time for some quick picks now, and it's more Caribbean adventures, including a cheeky little pre-Christmas escape as well. So CCL 155 is first. That's 11 nights to the Caribbean and Orlando with Carnival. So you fly out to Orlando on the 17th of January. 3 nights there in a hotel, 7 nights of Carnival Mardi Gras cruising around the Caribbean. Look at that again, that's an amazing price, $1,199 per person. Find that on our website, CCL155, or give us a call. Then we've got MSC 349, that's Caribbean Sunsets from Miami for April. So you fly out to Miami for a night in a hotel there. Then 2 weeks on MSC Seascape. Oh, you lucky people. It's around the Caribbean and it's all inclusive as well. And it's the top drawer premium extra drinks package in that. And of course your gratuities always included with MSC from just £2,099 per person. Lovely. So that is MSC 349. And the last one there very quickly, PO 247. Is the classic with P&O. It's the 2 weeks around the Caribbean from Barbados. So you fly out to Barbados, 2 weeks on the cruise, flights and transfers, and the flight back, of course, included. 1279. You can never argue with that at all, can you? And it's P&O's Britannia, which is absolutely beautiful. And you get some amazing entertainment on there, fabulous restaurants, just the best of P&O cruises. Anyway, PO 247, if you want to grab that deal on the website, it is cruise1st.tv. You know what, if you are looking for inspiration as well, over 20,000 other different ideas are on the website too. That'll keep them busy, won't it?
You're spoiled for choice. You can put something in for this year, next year, the year after, a couple of cheeky offers maybe for next year. So have a good old root around on there. Make sure you get something locked in and something to look forward to as we venture into the cooler months of the year. More cool than summer's been.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we'll see you soon.
See you soon.